come to this. I never wanted to make this video. I never wanted to be in this position, but I feel like I have to. I feel like it's come to this. And I feel like I wouldn't be true to myself or to my journey and my story if I weren't to be open and make a video about it. So here we are. This is how Miranda Cosgrove is directly correlated to me getting my car stolen. I bought expo markers for this video, so I hope my business managers are very proud of me that I have made a business expense. I tried business expensing my cat because I make TikToks of him, but they told me I can't do that. Anyway, we're gonna start in the center right here because everything always comes back to Miranda Cosgrove. Ew. Just know, it says Miranda Cosgrove here. And just know, oh my, hold on, I can't do this. Yeah. Just know that my handwriting is a lot better than this. And I do expect compliments on it in the comments. This video is so crucial that you watch until the end because it really won't all make sense or tie in or complete the circle until you watch it until the end. And I'm not saying that because I want to increase my watch time or anything. And it's not because I want you to watch all the ads. Speaking of ads, thank you BetterHelp so much for sponsoring today's video. I've been very open on my channel the last few years about my own mental health journey, and I feel like it's very important to be transparent, especially about that kind of stuff. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and it's 100% online. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, you just answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. Then you can talk to your therapist however you feel most comfortable, whether it's via text, chat, phone, or video call. You can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't the right fit for whatever reason, you can switch to a new therapist for no additional charge. BetterHelp, you get the same professionalism and quality that you would expect with in-office therapy, but with a therapist that is custom picked for you, more scheduling flexibility, and a more affordable price. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Nicole Rafiee. That's better HELP. And I've also linked them down below in the description. Thank you, BetterHelp. No time to waste. I swear on my life, this will all make sense to you in the end, and all of you will be like, you were right, Nicole. And I expect all the comments to be flooded with, you were right, Nicole, because it does something really good to my brain, or probably something really bad. This is giving me teacher vibes. I always wanted to be a teacher. No, I didn't. This all begins with, you guys want ASMR? I was obsessed with iCarly, okay? Absolutely infatuated with iCarly. It definitely contributes to the reason why I started my YouTube channel, because I was like, oh my god, I am the next iCarly. I had my like little dorky friend. That's not like an insult. That's just, he wore glasses. And my little dorky friend like record me sometimes just doing things and doing skits in like my bedroom and stuff. And I was like, you are Freddie. And then I would like verbally abuse him. But I was doing well. I was absolutely obsessed with the show, just like any other kid would be. This then led to me, we're gonna just call her MC from now on. You know who I'm talking about. This really isn't looking good for me with where this video is heading and also my second point, but I was very obsessed with Miranda Cosgrove. I remember going to work with my mom and she was a cleaning lady, and instead of me participating in child labor and like actually fucking helping and picking up a Swiffer duster, I would sit there and write fan mail to Miranda Cosgrove. However, that's like not that crazy because a lot of children are obsessed with celebrities, some more than others. Me. My 21-year-old self obsessed with the reboot. Paramount Plus had my wallet in an absolute chokehold. No, it did not. I just kept making fake email accounts. Anyway, I love the reboot. I am seen tweeting about it. I'm seen talking about it. I was in love with it because it was nostalgic and it was the perfect amount of nostalgia and the perfect amount of newness and new type of jokes. And was it cringy? Yes, but I think it was supposed to be. I loved it. It was the pandemic. What was I supposed to do? This one is embarrassing. That's why it's in really small letters. I begged to audition for season 2. Let's just say I just knew some people who knew some people. My managers, who that's like their sole job is to know people. I think I just brought up the fact that I was obsessed with iCarly too many times in our meetings that they were like, oh yeah, I think they're looking for extras. And I was begging to audition, and then that went nowhere. I just threw that in because I want to be vulnerable with you all. If you don't mind, I'm just going to be a little vulnerable for a second again. If you can't read, that says, I hate oyster mushrooms. When the iCarly reboot came out, I was responsible of dog sitting for my boyfriend and his family. Great dog. Love that dog so much. Shout out to you, Indy. They named her after my favorite genre of music. Can you believe it? I decided that night that I was going to binge the entire new season of iCarly. That was also the same night that I decided that I wanted to get a Kindle, so that's when my smut era began. I just remember I bought a lot of oyster mushrooms, like a lot, and I needed to cook them all before they went bad. This was also right before I had my first colonoscopy. Not that I've had a second, but just letting you know it was my first. Oh my god, it's bringing me back. Hi guys, I just want to announce that was the best experience of my whole life. Who would have thought that getting a camera shoved up your ass and down your throat, that's what they did, that would be so fun. They put me on drugs. They played music. Not music I wanted. Said I'm perfect. I'm not surprised. I made like a copious amount of oyster mushrooms the day before my colonoscopy, and now I never, ever want to eat oyster mushrooms again, because first of all, I ate so many, and then also the feeling of taking an extreme laxative after eating a ridiculous, obnoxious amount of oyster mushrooms, it just does something to your psyche, and I'm blaming Miranda Cosgrove for this. This is where things start to get really juicy and interesting, if they haven't already been juicy or interesting. North Hollywood. Not to be confused with the location, but the movie about the location. See, I can't just enjoy a celebrity or, you know, a certain actor. I need to watch everything that they're ever in, ever, if I like them enough. I've done this with Timothée Chalamet. I did it with Miranda Cosgrove. I told my boyfriend, hey, let's sit down and watch that new movie, North Hollywood. I heard that it's really good. No, I didn't. I just really want to see it. And I heard it's really interesting. I just really want to see it. We sat down and we rented it for like a ridiculous amount because it just came out. First of all, the movie, I'm sorry, Miranda, if you're watching this. Okay, I'm so sorry, but it just wasn't that good. And Miranda Cosgrove essentially just played Miranda Cosgrove in that movie.
Wow, that's cool.
However, I can't hate the movie that much because it reintroduced me to something so special. I knew who the Garden was already. If you have maybe been around for long enough, it makes me feel like a lot cooler and a lot more badass than I actually am. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like the ending. It's just a lot of screaming. I know who the Garden is, okay?
The Garden's amazing.
But I didn't really know what the Garden looked like until watching North Hollywood, and I'm sitting there with my boyfriend. Oh my god, the Garden! That's so crazy. Oh my god, there's two of them. Oh my god. And then I proceeded to show him the Garden's music and who they are, and I'm like, oh my god, can you believe it that they're just like two random guys who just like happen to meet each other? They're like not even twins. They just look so much alike. And he's like, no way, because he's such a poor little innocent gullible man. Anyway, part of me was also like really into them because I was like, wow, it's kind of scary how much they look like a young Julian Casablancas. This led to the next phase. The next phase being called, you're not gonna like the Garden, right? Right? Because that's what I was told whenever I would show anyone the music of two little blonde boys whose music sounds like this. Like, okay, yeah, no way am I gonna like them. I have a spoiler alert. I have something jarring to share. Oh, look at my highlight. That says, I started to like the Garden. I like them, okay? I like how silly they are. I like two little blonde boys making fun little music with bells and whistles. I liked it, okay? And we all know I can't just like something a little bit. So I like them a lot of it. This kind of seems irrelevant. Maybe it is. The Garden helped me realize that I have this thing called OCD. I don't want to get too into it, but let's just say it involves me going into Staples, like the store, having a breakdown, and to calm myself down that night, I proceeded to watch every single interview and documentary about the Garden ever. I was listening to these two little blonde boys speak in bells and whistles.
We're Wyatt and Fletcher Shears from the Garden.
And then I was diagnosed. Hello. So I think it's fair to say they hold a special place in my heart because they were very relevant in that time. In order to help my mental health journey, I decided to, this is crucial to the story. Wow, look at my handwriting. I felt like it was very necessary and crucial for me and my mental health evolution to buy a car so that I could have a little bit more freedom. I think you can imagine what I listened to in that car. California, here we go. California, here we go. California, here we go. I promise we're gonna stop talking about the garden soon. This is all relevant back to Miranda Cosgrove, okay? Because I had a car, I was now given the ability to drive wherever I wanted. And that's when I started looking for a new person to do my hair. And I tweeted that I was really looking for a person to do shag haircuts and just be a little hair magician, as to which then someone named Amanda replied that their best friend does shag haircuts in Philly and that they're like a little mullet magic maker. As to which then I traveled to Philly in order, I'm acting like I fucking went on a horse and buggy and I like traveled so far. It's really not that far, but I traveled to Philly to get a haircut from this person. And it was one of the best decisions of my life, but a very, very big turning point in my life. I know for some people in the UK, this is obviously a very big moment for them, and it was a very big moment for me, getting my first shag. And it was a great moment for me too, because I gained a new friend, G, who is now one of my closest friends, cuts my hair. And I remember at our first haircut appointment, I asked her, do you like the garden? Do you like the garden? She's like, I love the garden. I was like, I want to see them in Philly so bad, but tickets are sold out. A few weeks later, I found tickets online for resale, and I was like, G, my treat, let's go see the garden. Very pivotal moment for me that I would find anyone else in a close vicinity that likes their music, but that is also willing to go to a concert with me. While I was in Philly and hanging out with G and Amanda, I was like, this is amazing. I'm having a very good time. I can see myself being friends with them in the future. I like Philly. And this is coming from someone who said that they were never, ever going to step back foot into Philly ever again after I left college, because I didn't have the best time in college. So therefore, I didn't really like Philly. It's silly, but that's just what happened. Anna and Amanda were like, hey, you should check out this person named CC Pokes on Instagram. Get a tattoo from them. I was having a really bad Wednesday, and CC was having a walk-in Wednesday, which is then when I started getting a lot of tattoos. Once again, spent the day in Philly with my friend, and we were both like, why do we actually like it now that we're out of college? Within 2 months, I moved back to Philly. I moved back to Philly, and I've been here ever since. This is where the circle starts closing. As you can see, we're losing space on our board. I moved to Philly. I go to many more garden shows. Then I meet fucking Julian Casablancas. It wasn't on my 2022 bingo card, but whatever. It was there. Why does this matter? What did I say earlier? He looks like an older version of the Shears twins, the garden. This is just a fun fact. I just wanted to brag for a second. The circle is closing, okay? This isn't even a circle. This is a spiral. Then I read, I'm glad my mom died. I have to put this in quotations because if my mom were to see this and the board just says, I'm glad my mom died, I would die. Fantastic book. Not to make this about Miranda Cosgrove, but yes, I am, because her name is right in the middle of the board. Miranda Cosgrove was mentioned a plethora of times within the book. I would like to think that she was a very good friend to Jeanette. So once again, she's becoming a very common theme in my life once again. She just keeps popping up. I don't know what that's all about. Also, if you're like my psychiatrist or my therapist, don't try and like diagnose me with something new based off this video. I know it's very easy to do that, but don't do that. Hold on, I just have to brag once again. That says, I threw my phone at Wyatt Shears. I did so at a concert. He asked if we could throw banana peels up. I didn't have a banana peel, so I threw my phone straight at his head. And he has probably met Miranda Cosgrove. Okay? Because remember, he was in North Hollywood. Things are silent for a while. That's an ellipses if you literally can't see that. Great, you can't. I can see how this all just looks like a lot of coincidences and a lot of things that don't really seem to make sense, and just a really fucking big ass spiral with a girl who is a little bit out of touch with her reality. I can see how it may look like that. But I want to give you a brief intermission before I tie this all in about how Miranda Cosgrove and I don't really have coincidences, but more so how we're connected. These are some locations that Miranda Cosgrove and I just both happen to be at the same place at one point or another. Miranda Cosgrove and I have both been at the Man venue in Philadelphia. Miranda Cosgrove and I have also been at Music Fest in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Miranda Cosgrove and I were also in the state of New York. I didn't say that we were both at these places at the exact same time. I'm just saying that we both have been to the same places. However, Miranda Cosgrove did visit the hospital in which I was born in. She was like comforting kids who had appendicitis, which is so fucking sweet. Why wasn't she there when I was born? I don't know. Just some more connections. Miranda Cosgrove was in the School of Rock, and then I saw the School of Rock on Broadway. Miranda Cosgrove works with a kitten rescue and is seen holding a cat that looks a lot like mine, who also happens to be a rescue. That is so fucking weird. Oh my god. My favorite curse word also happens to be fuck. Miranda Cosgrove is an only child, and so am I. Miranda's dad owns a dry cleaning business, and my mom owns a cleaning business. I actually told my mom about this video, and she told me that I should text Miranda first to ask her if she's comfortable with me making this video. She literally said that. Text Miranda, ask her if she's cool with that. So anyway, Miranda, check your iMessages. My mom also asked me if I am worried about getting sued over this, over making this video. To which then I told her, like, Mom, you're so fucking stuck in communist Poland, like, move on. This one, okay. Granted, this one may be, like, a little bit of a stretch, I get it, but I feel like I still had to include it. Someone did die in Miranda Cosgrove's backyard, and someone also died in my backyard, okay? One of those died by setting themselves on fire and shooting themselves, and then the other person died by a heart attack, but I'm not gonna tell you which happened to who and in which's backyard. Okay, privacy, right? Now that we've given you that information so that I can gaslight you into believing me some more, I did want to draw your attention to how many of these have a direct correlation to Miranda Cosgrove. So, I was obsessed with iCarly, obsessed with Miranda Cosgrove, like the reboot, and my mom died. Not now. I'm talking about my Miranda Cosgrove conspiracy. This better be important.
I'm sleepy.
Okay, baby, good night. I hope that you sleep so fucking tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Good night, little pookie wookie, little tiny little baby boy who sleeps. He's so fucking tiny and so fucking little sleepy, and he just sleeps so fucking hard, and like he just has like little fucking dreams and shit, and just he's just so fucking tired from like working all day, just so sleepy.
Sorry, where was I? Yeah. So this all seems to be tied back to Miranda Cosgrove, as you can see. That's crazy. Damn, I was not expecting that. That's so fucking crazy how this is all tied back to Miranda Cosgrove. Anyway, hold on. Let me gaslight you some more. This is when things start to get really juicy, okay? My car gets stolen. This and this, direct correlation, okay? And you're like, Nicole, just because of the butterfly effect, just because A and B and C and D and E and F and J and H and I and J and like whatever the fucking alphabet is, just because all of that does not mean that like X equals Y, okay? Because we all know that Y equals MX plus B. And I don't know what that means, but I'm telling you, connected. My car was a white Kia Sportage, 2020, okay? Just for context. Did you know that Miranda Cosgrove happened to have a car that looked just like a white Kia Sportage? It's clearly like an off-brand model because, I mean, granted, like iCarly was how many years ago, but can she afford a Kia Sportage? Like a 2020, probably not. So like, she had to get an off-brand version, like one that was like a lot cheaper and like a lesser model, you know what I mean? That's crazy. Okay, clearly I'm sensing some jealousy here. Just for reference, there's this whole like phenomenon going around now that if you have like a Hyundai or a Kia, it's like really easy to steal your car. All you need is like a USB cord, and that's really it. It's so easy to steal them. And so, you know, the police and the insurance company, they just kept referring to them like the Kia boys, the Kia boys, the Kia boys. Stop calling them that. Call them what they are. The Miranda boys, okay? I'm tired of this. Because don't you think it's kind of weird that Miranda Cosgrove is turning 30 this year and celebrating her birthday in Asia. And you know what's weird and just like really strange? Like, do you know what's also turning 30 years old this year? The Kia Sportage. And it's rumored to also be celebrating its birthday in Asia as well. If you can look me dead in my eye and look at this entire board, after everything that I've told you, after all the little lines that I drew, and tell me that Miranda Cosgrove is not directly correlated to my car getting stolen, then how do you explain this video of when my car got found by the police and then was taken to the junkyard? And then when I opened my car door for the first time after getting stolen, this is what happened.
No! Fuck.